ICE agents operating in Mexico. That's what a lot of people are talking about on social media. But let's get to the truth of the matter and why this is just being misreported. Yesterday, the official X, formerly known as Twitter page, of the Immigration and Customs Enforcement indicated that an ICE-led, quote-unquote, operation led to the decommissioning of various narco labs in Sinaloa. Many observers thought, wow, ICE is now in Mexico operating there at this time. But the tweet was probably poorly written. The key word in the ICE statement is that the operation was led by an ICE-vetted Mexican law enforcement unit that conducted the operation. So what does this mean? And I think a lot of people don't know the nature of the bilateral cooperation between U.S. law enforcement and Mexican law enforcement. Generally, by rule of thumb, a lot of U.S. law enforcement agencies such as ICE, the FBI, the DEA, even the U.S. military have specific units that they vet and they leverage and give intelligence for those Mexican units then to conduct operations. The vetting process is done to prevent corruption or narco groups from infiltrating those organizations. These are very rigorous vetting procedures. But once the vetting is done, the United States is then able, through our law enforcement agencies, to pass intelligence onto the Mexicans so that they can execute this operation. It is well known that U.S. law enforcement personnel have a very deep-seated cooperation with Mexican law enforcement, and at times they operate side by side with these personnel. But I think it's clear to say that the United States does not lead any operation in Mexico, but it is the Mexicans. Either the U.S. gives them intelligence or rides along. These are still Mexican-led operations. And it's important to highlight that U.S.-Mexican cooperation, specifically in counter-narcotics and counter-cartel operations, has increased throughout the years. Just recently, CNN released a report that at the request of the previous Mexican administration, the Biden administration authorized MQ-9 drones to overfly Mexico to encounter synthetic drug labs. This was done at the request of the Mexican government, and the United States obliged. And if anything, the Trump administration has expanded those cooperations. Now with this new administration, we are probably going to see an increased level of cooperation between the United States and Mexico, specifically through these vetted units that will play a key role in any U.S. counter-narcotics or counter-cartel operations in Mexico.